Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Pickel show. So today I want to do kind of a quick research update, kind of some interesting information from a more recent study. And, especially with all the things that are going on with the virus, the pandemic issue lately, or for quite a while now. There's been a lot more talk, research, information about the immune system. A lot more people are starting to learn more about their immune system, understand more about their immune system, and how it plays such a big part in everything, and helps us to, of course, try to fight invaders. And then also what could be wrong with the immune system, or what could cause problems with the immune system for it not to do what it should. Why do some people catch a virus and feel horrible and end up in the hospital, and some people catch a virus and hey, 2 days later they're feeling great again, didn't really bother them? So again, that has to do with our immune system. But this information kind of tells us what is a very important factor that keeps our immune system healthy, and also has actually a bigger control than we think in regard to the immune system. And so when we think of the human body, we typically think of it as, hey, we've got our organs, our tissues, our brain, our stomach, our intestines, our bones, our muscles. We think of ourselves as, hey, I'm this person and I'm made of all this stuff. But we don't realize that there's something else that has a little more control in us than what we think. Something that regulates our brain and our system, even our immune system, more than we think, that really isn't us. It's really a foreigner. So let's talk more about that, and I want to get into the study of that too. Kind of interesting when we talk about the gut, the microbiome, what does that mean? That means the bacteria, the microbes that live in our gut. We actually in our gut have this whole, what I would call like an ecosystem inside our gut. It is just vast and it's pretty amazing. And there's actually about 40 trillion different bacterial organisms that inhabit our entire human body. 40 trillion. That's quite a bit. In fact, that is more than the cells in our body, basically. We're mainly, let's put it this way, we are mainly bacteria. And these bacteria have huge controls on us and our body, and their genes actually, their genetics, the genetics of these bacteria express and cause different things to occur in our body. It's very interesting as you get into this, and I won't get into the total depths, but I would say in the last maybe 4, 5, 6 years, there's been over 50,000 different studies related to what's called the microbiome, to find out more about this ecosystem that exists. And it's really kind of mind-boggling to think about how much this plays a big part in everything. And because forever we've just been thought, or we talk that germs are bad, bacteria is bad, get rid of it, kill it, take an antibiotic. We live in kind of this germ theory type world, and we're finding out more and more that wasn't correct. It was never correct. In fact, we're finding out that when we cause problems, when we get rid of some of these bacteria, we are creating more and more issues, more and more problems. So let's get into this a little further, this quick research update here. So interesting paper. And, I'll read the title to you, and it may not, mean a lot as far as, hey, microbiota-induced type 1 interferons instruct a poised basal state of dendritic cells. What the heck does that mean? This is saying that your gut bacteria have a direct and indirect control on your immune system, more than you would ever think. In fact, this is basically saying that, let's say an invader comes into your system, especially like into the gut, um, and your immune system is saying, hey, there's a bad guy there. Well, basically, they're finding that the gut bacteria determine if your immune system gets to attack or not. In fact, some bad thing can come in and start destroying cells, start causing destruction in your body and inflammation. And if your gut bacteria, if this microbiome does not signal your immune system to actually defend and get rid of these things, your immune system will just have to stand back and say, hey, I want to get rid of it. Gut bacteria said no. So let the destruction continue. So this shows us how much, how important this gut bacteria is, how important, these guys that live in our gut, they play such a big role. And the thing is when we look at this too, we got to say, what can affect those bacteria? Well, I would say originally the way we start getting those bacteria, these good bacteria, this good flora in our gut, is as soon as we're born. In fact, as a baby travels through the vaginal canal, the birth canal there's bacteria in there that we start off birth with that we actually need. And so this starts off our whole path. Now, if you're a C-section baby, yeah, you get exposed to environmental bacteria right away. And you may miss some things there. And then to kind of go from there are many children who early stages in life, I mean, from 0 to 5 years old, are put on antibiotics for things. Yeah, you've already started a destructive process. You've already are killing a lot of things in the gut that are going to affect, let's talk about this immune system. You know what I mean? So there's so many potentials here, so many problems, so many possibilities for issues. This research just kind of is the beginning. It's kind of the beginning of such a big picture of what's coming in the future. And what you're going to see companies do is say, hey, how can we maybe control these bacteria? How can we alter them? How can we change them with pharmaceutical agents and things like that? But that's where kind of a lot of the microbiology research is headed. But at the same time, it's really, what can we do to not destroy these bacteria? And what can we do to keep them healthy and maintain healthy populations? Because another thing that affects them in their populations are other, let's put it this way, either increased populations or too many of one bacteria will cause a problem. Other bad guys in the gut that can create problems, such as different funguses, parasites, again, bad bacteria, chemicals that we put in our body, so many things that work against us on a daily basis. But again, if we've got that healthy gut, that can make a profound difference in our entire immune system, entire health. So I thought this was a very interesting study, very interesting research showing how much that gut not only influences, but controls your immune system. And especially with all this virus stuff going on right now, if you've got a good gut bacteria, hey, it may not be as big of an issue for you. All right. Well, hopefully everybody enjoyed this research update, and everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless. Wrong video.